We are back with part 4 of our Athletes Authority and Gatorade Speed Series. So far, we've covered our preparation process as well as our acceleration series. Today, we're going to move on to max velocity. These are the positions we would see when an athlete's in a more upright running posture or when they make a break into open space. The first drill in our max velocity practice series is our wall cycle drill. So the reason we want to practice that cyclical action of running is so we can put more force into the ground, but we can also get off the ground just as fast. The way we're going to perform this is we're going to start in position 1 with our foot just out in front. Position 2, we start to come out the back with our hip. Position 3, imagine stepping up nice and high over a hurdle before coming back down to position 1. The next drill is going to be our switching. Now, the reason we want to practice our switching is to inherently work on the way that we swap our legs in the air and the interaction between that top and bottom leg. The main thing you want to focus on here is when you hit the ground is making sure you're swapping legs fast enough so that you finish with that knee in a nice high position as soon as you hit the ground. Moving on to our A skips next. Now, the reason we do an A skip is we can start to add a little bit of complexity in terms of how we work on our switching pattern. So for this one, we're going to add a double bounce in between before we switch, and we're going to work on that same pattern of switching legs in the air and making sure that we finish with a nice high knee as we hit the ground. As we progress closer to real running, we're going to get onto our single leg cycle drill. Now for this one, we're going to work again on that cyclical nature of our running patterns. For this one, you're going to think of cycling the leg up and over before hitting the ground and making sure that we pop off the stance leg as we move forward. Our final drill is going to be our ankle, shin and knee dribble running. Now I really love this exercise because we can work on getting off the ground quickly, switching our legs fast, but also working on that cyclical nature we worked on before. To start this one off, we want to think of riding a little unicycle, stepping over our ankle, landing with a very flat foot. As we progress down over about 10 meters, we're going to step up and over our shin, so a little bit higher. And then finally, over our last 20 meters or so, we're going to step up and over our knee nice and high and whack the ground from above. So now that we've ticked off practice for max velocity, join us in part 5 of the Athletes Authority and Gatorade Speed Series, performing for max velocity.